Hi everyone, Nathan here, and have you ever wondered why lifeguards have this whole thing going on with the zinc oxide, on their nose and maybe like the, little other sun-sensitive areas? The answer is that back in the 80s, sunscreens weren't that great, and so if you wanted that high SPF protection, especially when you're on the beach all day long, you pretty much had the only option of just a straight zinc oxide paste, and that helped keep, the nose and, the cheeks area, those things protected. Fortunately today, sunscreens have come a long way, but we are definitely still using zinc oxide and titanium dioxide and that brings us to one of my new favorite formulas from MDSolarSciences. It's their mineral lotion for face and body SPF 50. So this is as I mentioned, a mineral based. It's a balance of mostly zinc oxide and then some titanium dioxide. It's a mineral sunscreen. It is fragrance free, so of course we love that because you don't really need fragrance, and a lot of people who have sensitive skin can't use it at all. In terms of who it's best for though, this is certainly a moisturizing formula, and despite the name, it is absolutely more of a thick cream. So if you have normal to dry skin, you're really gonna love it. How thick is it? So in terms of what it looks like is that you gotta kind of warm it up just a little bit and then squeeze it. That was an exaggeration, I didn't really have to go. But the thickness of it is definitely like a thick cream. And so it will take a little bit to rub in, but if you do have dry skin or on the body sensitive skin, you're gonna love it again. Now, those who have issues like rosacea or eczema will also enjoy it because of the fact that mineral sunscreens are very non-sensitizing, especially great if you have very small children or babies. This is an excellent option for that. Now, one of the things with mineral sunscreens is that there are some little aesthetic things that can happen because zinc oxide and titanium dioxide have that naturally white cast to them. This one is definitely no exception, and in fact this is going to be one of the tiebreakers for a lot of people in deciding whether or not this is a good option for them, is that the white cast doesn't really go away, and you can see, let me put that here, so that's just with kind of a fairly light application, but definitely what you would use, for your face, for example, or the neck area. That white cast is definitely going to hang around. So if you have, a medium to deeper skin tone, this can be a deal breaker for you. But if that is a deal breaker for you, fortunately, MDSolarSciences thought all about that, and they actually have a tinted version just for you. The MDSolarSciences Beauty Balm SPF 50 is also broad spectrum. It's also a mineral-based sunscreen, and it is also, of course, fragrance-free, but this one is much, much lighter. In fact, this is an excellent option if you have normal to oily skin types or a combination, because it does dry to kind of a bit of a powdery matte finish. And you can see just a little example there is, this is the medium to dark shade, and definitely see the difference. Now, once the tint is actually rubbed in and it dries pretty translucent. You won't actually get any coverage from this. So despite the Beauty Balm name, don't expect this to be a foundation or a tinted moisturizer or anything along those lines. Just a good mineral-based, tinted to help counteract that white cast sunscreen. Now, one thing I really like about these, and there's a lot of things I like about them, but one thing in particular is that as mineral sunscreens, they're also water resistant up to 80 minutes. So you can swim in them. As long as you reapply at that 80-minute mark, you're going to have a nice amount of protection throughout. They're very tenacious, but unfortunately, that can be a bit of a con for some, and that is actually something to consider, because with that whole water resistance tenacity means that they can be a little bit difficult to remove. So for some, that's going to mean either adding a washcloth to help boost their cleanser and can scrub it off, or to use a few drops of non-fragrant plant oil beforehand to help break that sunscreen up, because really it's not going to come off with just that first pass of cleanser like you might be accustomed to. Something to consider. Now, why these got a best, because they both did, is that they're both fragrance-free, they're both broad spectrum, they have that excellent water resistance factor that you don't see in a lot of mineral sunscreens, and they work for a wide variety of skin types. You have options there depending on what you're looking for. And MDSolarSciences did go the extra step to add antioxidants to these formulas too, to further add those benefits in terms of fighting off those environmental free radicals. If you've tried these, leave your thoughts, in the comment section below, because I want to know what you think, whether you agreed or disagreed with the review. But I hope it was helpful. Thanks for watching.